Madeline from Madeline's Craft Room, and I'm from Parksville, Vancouver Island, and I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I am going to show you a technique tonight. I was going to do Create with Me, and then I've been a little mixed up with somebody here. She's on a little bed right beside me this time. So we got my new little, oops, go this way, my new little doggy. This is Rosie. Hello, Linda. She's wondering who I'm talking to. But yes, this time she doesn't have to be hopefully right on the table here. She's got a nice little bed set up there beside me. And so hopefully we can do this without too many interruptions. But yes, I've been a little distracted. So, yes, I got weeks mixed up. It was supposed to be Create with Me. I will show you the template the day before on Wednesday for next week, and I will do that. But we all love techniques, so why not? We're going to do a technique tonight. So the technique that I am going to do, hi Rondi. I'm going to use, oh, and Wendy, hello. I'm going to use this stamp set with the dies, A Season of Chic, and I'll show you one that I did. We are going to do some embossing. And this one I did with the same, excuse me, stamp set. And actually, I only used the stamp set on this one. And this one I used the cardstock, and then I added my colors onto the cardstock. And then, of course, I did the white embossing. So this time we're going to do it just a little bit different in that, guess we need our blocks, don't we? I am going to use, you can see these are well used. Let's get my dies out of here. I absolutely love this, that you can do summer, and there's the shells, there's the flowers, there's the leaves. So, I mean, this could be a beautiful autumn card. And then we have, the flowers and nice sentiments, and we even have snowflakes in this. But for this one, I'm going to use, let's see, I think I'm going to use this spatter and this one. So we want to mount those on our blocks. Make sure they're turned upside down so they stick. Yeah, we got it on that side. Okay, so we will use those in a minute, but first we're going to color the background. So this time I'm going to start with a white, not like this card where I started with a card base with the color. We're going to use the white. And I've decided we're going to use one of the new colors, the boho blue, and the returning color, the misty moonlight. I love my blues, and these are very nice blues. So what we want to do here is put a little bit of boho. I've got on my brush. Let's brush that away. There we go. And dab it off. I'm going to do it on a block. Okay, so then I just want to do little tiny spots. Oh, and I forgot to mention, of course, you gals, regular gals, you're putting your name, but anybody else that's joining, make sure you add your name so you could be entered into the draw. And we always like our freebies, so yes, definitely add your name, and love you to participate with me. So let's get this here. I'm going to do a few different colors of blotches. Let's see, we're going to do another one in here. I'm going to try to do mostly the boho blue, but not necessarily the whole thing. So I'm going to put a spot in there. Sorry, this is probably the, well, got little spots all over the place here. How's everybody doing? Got some nice sunshine in Alberta there, Rondi. Let's see. So we're just going to go around here and put some color here. one more over here. Okay, now I'm going to switch colors. So now I'm going to do the Misty Moonlight. And dab off. It's hot. Oh, really? Okay, you're having some heat. Boy, oh boy, I bet you that's going to get everything growing real fast, eh? I really remember that. Everything's dead for so long, and then all of a sudden, whew, everything's green and flowers and gardens. Everything's blooming and growing. Those colors are looking pretty similar on the paper, aren't they? That's okay. We're going to go in here with a darker one. Yes, definitely been warmer here the last few days. I actually had to have my air conditioning on. I don't do so well in the heat, so when it's hot, I'm inside. And my walks are in the morning or in the evening. And I tell you, it's so much fun now to be able to go for a walk with the doggie. She's doing really well. It's been a hard week of adjustments, but she's settling in. And she's doing quite amazing, actually. All right, let's have a look here. I think we're just going to put another little spot right in there. Okay, I will close up the ink in case we want to fill something in. Very hot spring. Yeah, I bet it does. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to bring in a little bit of crumb cake because it's going to be kind of an ocean theme. Surprise, surprise, right, Rondi? So we're going to add a little bit of brown in here. And I'm just going to overlap it a bit. I don't like to just do concentrated spots. I always like to be able to overlap it a bit. And it definitely makes a big difference when you do that. Otherwise, it really does look blotchy. I'm just going to add that in there. Hello, Yvonne. There she is. There. Yes, everybody's returning from some holidays. Very nice. Okay, so now we're going to go a little bit in here. A little bit more. I was just thinking. I was thinking of using white embossing powder, but I'm beginning to think maybe I should use copper. What do you think? Should I use copper? That might change it too much. Hard to say. See, that's got a lot of blue in there, so I'm just going to come in a little bit. Make sure you dab off a little bit. But there, now you've made a colored background. And like I said, if you wanted to come in certain spots, let's see, this is the lighter blue. And if you want to come in and just add a little bit more blue or soften it up a little bit more, this is the time to do it. Okay, maybe a little bit there. What do you think? I think that looks good. Okay, so here's the decision. Do you change applicators with all three colors? You know what, Linda? I have enough blending brushes that I do all browns or all blues, all greens, and that way I don't have to switch between the blues. You can dab off like this a little bit, but yeah, otherwise I keep one for each color. You can wash them and make sure you dry them, you know, so that it's going down and the water isn't sitting here on the brush part or where it's glued. But otherwise, absolutely, you can do that. So Wendy's thinking, yeah, me too. That was just my idea when I saw that brown. I changed my mind. I'm glad you agree. All right. Sorry, Rosie. She's wondering now what I'm doing. Okay, first thing we're going to do, take our embossing buddy, and we are now going to just go all over it, just like that. And now we're going to take our two stamps. So I was going to use the scallop and this kind of, I don't know if it looks like sand, but I'm going to make it look like sand. And where's my Versamark? So when you're using embossing powders, you always need to use the Versamark. It's more like a craft ink, and it's more sticky, and definitely is what helps the powder to stick. So what we want to do, and I'm not going to do the whole card surface right away, just because it's harder to see with the Versamark, and this way you can make sure that you get it all covered. So I'm going to put one there. See, and as you can see, you can't really see. I'm going to put one there. You can see a little bit. So I'm just going to do the shells, and then I'm going to put the powder on, and then we'll go to the next step. And I'm going to go one more over the edge here. Okay, so now I'm going to hold it with my tweezers. Let's close that so we don't get anything in there. Okay, now I do keep the embossing powders in a container just because I and the class members use these quite a bit, so I just find it's easier just to do it in here. Ooh, I think I would like that copper. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Maybe a little bit more on this one spot. I missed some there. Give it a little tap in the back. Maybe this one looks like it's missing a little bit there. But otherwise, I think that looks pretty good. So hopefully this, I did try the heat gun earlier and the little doggy didn't jump. So let's hope she doesn't get freaked out. There's been so many new things. We're trying to do things very, it's okay. It's okay, Rosie. Yeah, remember this thing? It's okay, it's over here. She's just looking. So you want to heat it up. It takes a little while to get started, and then you're going to see the magic. So when you looked at just the colored spots, it didn't look very pretty, but you can see that once you add some embossed stamps, it's going to change the whole look of this card front. So go over here, almost, there we go. And I've heard that it's not recommended to jiggle your heat gun. Start in one side and go all the way around. And I find that works really well. Oh, there's one spot here. If it's shiny, then that means it's there. You don't want to overheat it. So once it's shiny, you should stop because you don't need to burn it. That does not look nice. Oh, wow. Look how that's shining. Woo! Okay, we're not done yet. Now we're going to do some fill in with this one. So now I'm going to take, I wonder if I should use the powder one more time. You know, I think I am. Just in those spots. All right, here we go. I've got my powder. My powder's over there. Just have to have everything ready so that when you're done, you can put the powder on right away. So we're just going to, no order, like you're not putting them in exact order for any particular order. You can go up and down, however it fits on there. I'm going to just put them like this. Maybe, no, maybe this way. You just kind of want to do them Did I put one over there? Yep. This is where it's a little tricky to see. Maybe one more spot right there. Okay. Powder. This part, you don't want to waste too much time because you don't want the ink to, the Versamark to dry. So, oops, got a little bit on my thing there. That's okay. A little bit there. Where did I miss? A little bit here. Did we get it all? Looks like that spot missed. Maybe one over there. Oh, this corner we got missed. Here we got, I think, all the spots. Oh, yes. Okay, let's just sweep some of that back in there. Okay. Close the Versamark so that you don't get the powder on there. And we're going to use this with the tweezers again. Sorry, Rosie. Here comes the heat gun again. There, she's getting used to it now. Okay. So now we're going to let this heat up. Yeah, she's got a little end table beside me that I put a rubberized little mat on with her little bed. And now she, whenever I have to work on the computer, that's where she likes to be, so she can be right beside me. There we go. I am having lots of fun, not just crafting, but the last week with my new little doggy. Okay, I think we got it all. All right. So there we have that. You love that? Yes, that's the copper. I know, I love copper. Absolutely love copper. But doesn't that look so different when you put a stamped image on there, on that coloring that we did earlier? Okay, so then now I did some die cutting already, and these are some of the ones that come, and I just did a few of them because I didn't know exactly which ones we were going to use, but oh, you can't see it on those spots. I love that one because it looks like a net. So I've got that in case we want to use it. And this particular one, there are two die cuts that cut this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the detailed part onto the solid piece. And you can, oh, I wasn't going to do that yet. Hang on. I'm going to grab my, oh, this is the joy of the silicone mat. Doesn't matter if there's glue on the bottom. We're going to put it down for a minute because I was just going to change up the colors a little bit on the shells. So what we're going to do here is take the blue, and just so that you don't have a solid color, make it a little more variegated. You could focus on those particular shapes, the lines that are in there. Or you could take, oh, keep that there, that's got that glue. Or here's the other color. This is the Misty Moonlight. And maybe let's try one. I can't pick it up now. Let's try doing a little bit on the back here. So you can either do them spotty or solid, or just you want to put some in the middle. Again, that's just personal choice, whatever you want. And of course, then you can just put it on top and see if you like that. I think I want to put some around the edges. So I'm going to go in towards, because I find that gets on the edges a little bit better. So I'm going to highlight those edges. Okay, glue now. Let's go back to what we started doing. Oop, that really came out fast. And you know, that's another answer for the silicone mat. When it comes out in a big blotch, you can just lay it down and it will pick up the blobby part. And then that blobby part is not going to be on your paper or your cardstock. So here we go, just like that. So there is one. So let's do up the other one. So again, before we're going to glue them together. Now this one's Misty Moonlight. Got to think about which one you're doing. So maybe we'll put some Misty around the sides, a little bit in, and then maybe we'll do some, oh, it's sticking to me. And then we'll put some boho in the middle here. It won't really show on the outside edge of this one just because of the fact that this one has a frame all the way around the shell. I'll just put my glue away. Okay, let's hope it doesn't burp out this time. Now, I'm going to put this one back on there. I'm just going to keep it like that for a minute. Now, you always like to kind of do things in threes. So there's a few different shells. What I found is that these are the two that have, yes, I know, Yvonne, because if I had it on the paper, I go to put my card down and guess what's going to be on my card? Yes, not a good idea. Now I see one is lifting up here. That's no problem. You just lift it up a bit. There are so many uses. I actually have a video that I did quite a while ago, actually, that's got a lot of views, and that's how to use your silicone mat. So that's also very helpful. Now this here is the small shell, but there isn't a die that cuts around it. So you know what I did is I just cut around it so that we have the same kind of image. So we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go around. Now this one's a little smaller, so it's a little, oops, I was going to do this color. A little harder to hold, but you can do it. Okay, so then now do the same thing here. We're going to put this one on. Yes, I do the Facebook Live here every Friday, but then I also do put it onto YouTube. So those that, if you know somebody who is not on Facebook, then that way they are able to view the video as well. So remember to subscribe so that you know about my videos coming. How's the smoke? Oh, and fingers and sleeves. Yes, you're right, Wendy. It gets everywhere. The smoke is actually not too bad. One of my neighbors was saying she was in Qualicum this morning, and they could definitely smell the smoke there. But so in the last little bit, I have, see, what was it, 2 hours ago I was outside, and it was not here yet. So, but that's been a bad fire, not nice, especially there on Cathedral Grove. Well, just before Cathedral Grove, Cameron Lake. So here's the next question. Before I get to that, where's my cards? I had them already. Rosie, what happened? Here they are. So are we going to have Misty? Hello, Carly. Hello. Oh, she's looking. No, Carly's not coming in the room. So I have, no. What color are we going to use here? I think the Misty Moonlight. Smoke in Parksville. Yeah. Oh, yeah, in the prairies. Yeah, there's just fires everywhere, isn't there, guys? Yeah, scary stuff. The poor firefighters and people that have had to evacuate. That's not good. So what we're going to do here is we are going to now put some glue or adhesive on the back of our embossed piece. And because I did them this way and that way, there's no top and bottom. You just put it down so that you have, yes, we definitely need rain. Absolutely. Yes. So there we go. We have that. Now we get to make some choices. So we could put this on, but I was also thinking, is that needing something in the background? Yes, for our gardens too, right, Wendy? Yes. Everything's getting dry. You like the looks of it so far? So I didn't know if we needed something underneath it. No. Nope. You like that? Okay. And then if you use the little one, right? Do you have this one, Yvonne? I was trying to remember if you had this one. So if you put your 3 here, I think that might look okay. Or the other thing is you could go this way too, right? But I love that mesh. There's just so many things, and not just the seashore, that you can do with that. Should we put it this way? Or should we put it this way? The reason I say that is because I was thinking of doing a thinking of you. Wrong side. This one here has a really nice thinking of you. And so I was thinking, haha, that maybe we could use that. Actually, that one's too thick. I think it will fit on this one. It might. So let's try that. But I don't want blue. Come to think of it. Do we want blue? I know what we could do. We could do this on white. See, I'm thinking as I go here. How about if we use the buddy? And there's my copper still over there. Always make sure you have your embossing powder not too far away so that you'll be able to just put the powder on right away. So what we're going to do, and then maybe we could put a piece of blue behind it. And then it's not the white on the design here. Okay, I think that will work. And the embossing kit's so wonderful. These are porcelain ends, so they are beautiful when you're using the embossing. Okay, heat. You like that bronze? This is actually copper. They call it copper. And what I think is pretty cool is last year we had a enamel, oh boy, what did they call it? Effects. And we had red, white, or clear, and black. And this year we have it in the metallics. We have it in silver, gold, and copper. So I can't wait to use those as well. So instead of just putting it on there, I'm just gonna, where did I put my colors? Right here. Oh, look at that. I even have a nice little skinny strip. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosie. Oh. Sorry. It's okay. She gets fast asleep, but then I startle her. Sorry there. Okay, so then we could put that on there. You love those tweezers? I know you think they're just tweezers. Oh boy, they are beautiful tweezers. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do. And they work really well, and it sure saves your fingers. But yeah, that porcelain end, it's very, very nice. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this in the center of this. Well, that worked out just perfect. You know, that's why keeping some of those scraps work really well, because they come in handy. All right, so then now she's still checking things out. It's okay there, Rosie. Okay, so what if we did something like that? You like that? And I forgot our embellishments. How could I forget the embellishments? I'm thinking maybe the new ink colors. Oh, I know what else I wanted to show you. These are the new jute colors. And when I saw them, I went, whoa, they're big, and wow, are they thick. Well, I remember doing this with my other twine, and I thought this would work really well with these ones. So if you want to cut a piece the size you want, see, that is thick to me. So yes, it would work really good for tying a bow, but what if you don't want to tie a bow? Well, you know what you can do is you can pull these apart. There are 3, they're braided, right? So you can pull this apart and then have it with those ends. And so you could put it so that it's sticking out a little bit. So maybe we'll end it here, and then we'll pull off this end. But then that way you don't have the bulk look if you don't want the bulk. So we just do it like that, and it's kind of cute because it's kind of curly. And maybe one more. So let's pull the ends on this one. Has anybody done this before? Let's see if we can get this off of here. Come on. Okay, I am going to do 3 just because I want an odd number. Okay, so now we're going to glue these on here. So let me see. First thing before I do that, I am going to, it's twisting. Okay, well, twist there. Okay, let's put the glue on here first. We're going to have some twine that has some issues, huh? So when I glue these down, I don't glue the whole thing because I kind of like it that it has some texture, and I don't want the whole thing to lie flat. So I just basically do the middle. And I'm just going to kind of put it like this, like this. We can fix that up later. I'm just going to lay that down. Okay, and now we're going to put our shells, and I'm thinking we might pop our shells. Yes, hello, Suzanne. Yes, it can be a little bit tricky because it is, you definitely can't use dimensionals on that. But glue I've used many times with this, and it works just fine. So now we're going to take this shell, and we'll use this one as our first one so that we kind of know where we're putting it. And then that depends where we place the others. See, somebody's sound asleep. Okay. Now, where are we going to put this? Like this. And then this one, I think I'm only going to put one because I don't want it to overlap. Get off my fingers. I'll put it like that or on the top. No, I think we definitely have to put it down here. So then if these are too long, that's okay. We can give it a bit of a haircut, which I think it does. Still needs a little unraveling. Not too much. I think it's okay. Maybe just that one. And these ones here a little bit. Good girl. We have a neighbor doggy who, unfortunately, they don't really stop them from barking. And that's been a little bit of an adjustment not to be barking every time. But she's learning. Look at that. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. So now I want to pop, and I think I'm going to pop this too because of the fact that we've popped our shells, and then that will just work well if it's popped up as well. Whoop. there we go. Some embossing tricks for you. Has anybody used their embossing powders recently? Oh, I just love my embossing powders. How about we put that one straight across like that? So you could fiddle with that, and I probably would just, if it's sticking up a bit, what I probably would do is, where's my Picket tool? I don't know where my Picket tool is, so I'll use this one. Where's the glue dot? I would just stick a piece right in there where it's kind of blocked. There we go. And then it's not sticking straight up. And then we need some embellishments. So how about boho blue? I love this new color. The boho blue. So let's see. We're going to get this one. And see, I made a little spot there. So, you know, I'm going to put 2 there because even though it's a mistake, you can just use it as an excuse to embellish. So we're going to put those 2 there, and then we're going to put the big one. Where are we going to put the big one? How about on this side? Oh, I got my jute string stuck to it. We'll put our jute string on this side. Or not, or now I got the jutes all stuck to me, and that's on my brain. So there we go. There's our card, ladies. Hopefully that gives you some more ideas. What's that bushy? Oh, what's that bushy pokey tool? Where did I put it? So this is actually the Picket tool, but this is a attachment that you can buy for your Picket tool. And what's nice about that, if you have, especially the bigger dies, and when you take it out and, you know, if you've got paper stuck, it comes with a sponge, and you sponge on the sponge, you go like this, and then it takes all the pieces out. Isn't that cool? Yes. All kinds of uses for the Picket tool. Pretty fancy. You like that, eh? Yeah, I love that color. And you're right, ladies, the copper looked really nice with that. So there we go. Enjoy, ladies, and be watching next Wednesday because I will post the supplies and measurements for what you need for the Create With Me. And also, if anybody does not have the new catalog, let me know and I'll make sure you get it. And also, so you know that here in June, we have a designer paper sale, 15% off specific ones. So if you go to madelinescraftroom.net, you can see which ones also are on sale. And yes, just let me know. I have a host code there as well. So all the details are on the website, or if you have any questions, you can let me know. But thank you for joining me, ladies. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Yeah, stay safe.